Welcome, wanderers and dreamers, to Travel Tales, a series of immersive meditative stories designed to whisk you away to the farthest reaches of our world. Today's journey will take you to New York City. So, sit back, close your eyes, and get ready to explore the world with Travel Tales. As the plane touches down, you feel the surge of excitement and anticipation. You can't wait to see the city that you've always dreamed of visiting. The city that has inspired countless stories, songs, and movies. The city that's full of life and possibilities. With a palpable sense of excitement, you eagerly disembark the plane, ready to explore the Big Apple. As you make your way through the airport terminal, you catch your first glimpse of the New York City skyline. The iconic skyscrapers rise up, piercing the clouds and making you feel tiny in comparison. As you move through the airport, you're surrounded by a melting pot of cultures, all speaking different languages, all with their own unique stories. You hear snippets of conversations in Spanish, Chinese, and Arabic, and you feel a sense of wonder at the diversity of this city. The hustle and bustle of the airport is overwhelming, but in a way that's energizing rather than stressful. The sounds of chatter, footsteps, and rolling luggage blend together to create a symphony of noise that is uniquely New York. You exit the airport terminal, feeling a blast of cold air on your face. You look around and see a blanket of white covering everything. Snowflakes are falling gently from the sky, creating a peaceful scene. You breathe in the crisp and fresh air, feeling a sense of wonder and joy. You can't wait to see what adventures await you in this winter wonderland. You make your way to the taxi stand and climb into the back seat of a bright yellow cab. The driver greets you with a friendly smile and asks for your destination. You give him the address of your hotel in Manhattan, and he sets off into the sea of traffic. As the taxi weaves through the crowded streets, you catch glimpses of iconic New York landmarks. The Empire State Building looms in the distance, and the Chrysler Building glints in the sunlight. The sounds of the city wash over you as you speed along the highway. Horns honk, sirens wail, and the hum of traffic fills your ears. But despite the noise, you feel calm and contented, as though you're exactly where you're meant to be. As you get closer to your hotel, the streets become narrower and more congested. The taxi driver deftly navigates the crowded roads, darting in and out of lanes with ease. Finally, you arrive at your hotel, and the taxi pulls up to the curb. The driver helps you with your bags, and you step out onto the bustling sidewalk. As you step out of the busy city street and into the grand entrance of the Plaza Hotel, you feel as though you've stepped into a bygone era of elegance and sophistication. The opulent decor and soaring ceilings take your breath away. You make your way to the check-in desk, where a friendly concierge greets you and asks for your reservation details. As you wait for the concierge to check you in, you take a moment to look around the lobby. The grand staircase leading up to the second floor is adorned with plush carpets and intricate wrought iron railings. Above, ornate chandeliers cast a radiant ambience that adds to the enchantment of the space. After a captivating interlude, the concierge presents you with your room key, extending their warm wishes for a delightful stay. Stepping into the awaiting elevator, you ascend effortlessly, mesmerized by the lavish interior that surrounds you. As you enter your home for the next few days, you feel as though you've been transported to a luxurious retreat in the heart of Manhattan. The room is elegantly appointed with soft bedding, fine linens, and luxurious toiletries. As you look out the window, you're greeted with one of the most breathtaking views in all of New York City. Spread out before you like a blanket of glistening white is the expansive oasis of Central Park, stretching out for miles in every direction. The park is a lush haven in the midst of the concrete city, with towering trees, rolling hills, and winding paths inviting you to explore its depths. You can see joggers and bundled up bicyclists making their way along the paths. Couples walk close together, sharing warmth as they stroll hand in hand. Beyond the park, the city's skyline rises up in a symphony of steel and glass, glittering with snow and lights. You marvel at the contrast between the natural and the urban, the calm and the busy, the old and the new. You're grateful for this moment of stillness amidst the chaos of the city, and you savor it with every fiber of your being. You step outside of the plaza and take a deep breath, feeling invigorated and alive. Without hesitation, you head straight for Central Park, ready to explore this urban oasis in all its glory. As you make your way through the manicured gardens, you come across a line of horse-drawn carriages waiting to take visitors on a tour of the park. You can't resist the allure of this old-fashioned mode of transportation, and you quickly hop aboard one of the carriages. The carriage is beautifully crafted, with precise details and comfortable cushions that make you feel like royalty. As the horse begins to trot along the path, you settle back into your seat and let the sights wash over you. You stop at the Bethesda Fountain. The fountain is a true masterpiece, with intricate carvings and a towering angel perched atop a pedestal. Water cascades down from the angel's outstretched arms and into a large pool below, creating a soothing soundtrack of splashing water. The surrounding area is a vision straight out of a snow globe, with the snowy terrain of Central Park casting a serene backdrop against the pristine white stone of the fountain. The nearby terrace is dotted with musicians and performers, adding to the lively atmosphere. The sound of the horses' hooves clattering against the pavement creates a calming rhythm that lulls you into a state of tranquility. You feel the stress and worries of everyday life melting away, replaced by a sense of appreciation for the world around you. As you step off the carriage, you find yourself wandering towards one of the most beloved museums in the world, the American Museum of Natural History. The building itself is stunning, with grand archways and towering columns stretching up to the sky. You can see visitors of all ages streaming in and out of the entrance, excited to explore the wonders that lie within. As you enter the museum, you're greeted by a vast open space filled with exhibits that showcase the incredible diversity of life on Earth. You find yourself face to face with a massive T-Rex skeleton. The bones are so large that they seem to dwarf everything around them. You can see the elaborate details of its bones, from the sharp teeth to the long, powerful legs. As you continue through the exhibit, you come across a range of other dinosaur skeletons, including stegosauruses, triceratops, and brachiosauruses. But the exhibit isn't just about the skeletons. You can see detailed dioramas of prehistoric landscapes, complete with plants and other creatures that would have existed alongside the dinosaurs. You can feel your imagination running wild with thoughts of what it must have been like to see these incredible creatures roaming the earth. Next, you enter the Rose Center for Earth and Space, which houses the Hayden Planetarium. As you take your seat in the darkened theater, you prepare to be transported to the furthest reaches of the universe. The show is truly a sight to behold, with stunning visuals and immersive sound effects that make you feel like you're traveling through space. You're treated to a journey through the stars, passing by planets, galaxies, and nebulas that seem to stretch out infinitely. After the show, you explore the rest of the exhibit with interactive displays guiding you on topics like black holes, the formation of the universe, and the search for extraterrestrial life. As you enter the Milstein Hall of Ocean Life, you're transported into the mesmerizing depths of an underwater realm. The meticulously crafted environment flawlessly mirrors the ocean's natural wonders. Amidst this breathtaking spectacle, one exhibit stands out as the hall's true centerpiece. Suspended majestically from the ceiling, a colossal life-sized model of a blue whale commands your gaze. Stretching over 90 feet in length and weighing an astonishing 20,000 pounds, it symbolizes the grandeur of the ocean like no other. Standing beneath it, you feel a humble appreciation for the sheer scale and beauty of the world's oceans, reminding you of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. As you leave the museum, your stomach starts to grumble, and you realize it's time for a bite to eat. Fortunately, just a short walk away is the iconic Shake Shack, a popular burger joint that's become a New York City institution. As you approach, you can smell the delicious aroma of sizzling burgers and fresh cut fries. The line is long, but it moves quickly, and soon you're at the front of the queue, ready to place your order. You can't resist ordering one of the Shack burgers, which is a classic cheeseburger with all the fixings. You also decide to indulge in a thick and creamy milkshake, which comes in a variety of flavors. You choose the classic vanilla, and it doesn't disappoint. As you take your first bite of the juicy burger, you're transported to foodie heaven. The flavors are incredible. and you can taste the freshness of the ingredients in every bite. The fries are crispy and salty, the perfect accompaniment to the delicious burger. You leave feeling fully satisfied and ready for your next adventure in the city that never sleeps. After a short taxi ride, you arrive at the bustling hub of Times Square. You step onto the street and are immediately drawn to the towering billboards and flashing lights. You're bedazzled by the spectacle that stands before you. You find a seat and watch in amazement. The streets are packed with people from all over the world, taking photos and soaking in the lively atmosphere. You can hear the sound of street performers playing music and entertaining the people. The mix of cultures and languages creates a unique and exciting vibe that's unlike anywhere else in the world. You feel fully immersed in the pulse of New York City. Reluctantly pulling yourself away from Times Square, you navigate towards Broadway, the renowned theater district. The streets are lined with grand marquees announcing the latest shows, and the energy is electric as theatergoers congregate. You step inside the grand lobby, taking in the architecture and the buzz of excitement around you. The red carpet leads you up the staircase to the entrance of the theater, where you're greeted by the ushers who show you to your seat. As the lights dim and the curtain rises, you're transported to another world. The music and performances on stage are mesmerizing, and you feel completely immersed in the story unfolding before you. The costumes are stunning, the sets are grand, and the performances are top-notch. As the show comes to a close and the final notes fade away, you join the thunderous applause for the cast and crew. You walk out into the night air, the neon lights of Broadway still buzzing around you. The bustling energy gradually fades into the background as you enter the peaceful confines of your hotel room. The cozy bed is calling your name with a promise of rest and rejuvenation. You slip off your shoes and sink into the softness of the mattress, feeling the weariness from your adventures seep away. The night passes by undisturbed, and as the first rays of dawn peek through the curtains, you stir awake. You stretch your limbs, feeling refreshed and invigorated, eager to make the most of your time in this vibrant metropolis. You quickly get ready, slipping into comfortable attire and grabbing your essentials for the day. The streets are still quiet, with only a few people hurrying to work. The city is slowly waking up around you, with street vendors setting up their stalls, early birds jogging in the park, and coffee shops starting to fill up with locals grabbing their morning caffeine fix. The smell of fresh bagels and coffee fills the air, and you can hear the honking of cars and the chatter of people. Finally, you arrive at Battery Park, where you'll be starting your next adventure. The park is peaceful in the morning light, with the sun just starting to rise over the water. You can see the ferries coming and going, taking visitors to the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. You arrive at the meeting point for the Statue of Liberty tour, feeling excited and ready to begin your adventure. As you make your way towards the ferry, you look out at the harbour, taking in the magnificent views of the water, the skyline, and the iconic statue that stands proudly in the distance. As the ferry makes its way towards Liberty Island, you can see the statue growing larger and larger on the horizon. The tour guide provides interesting historical facts and stories about the statue, its construction, and its significance. You learn that the statue was a gift from the people of France to the people of the United States, in recognition of the two countries' shared values of liberty and democracy. It was dedicated in 1886 and has since become an iconic symbol of freedom and opportunity. The statue's full name is Liberty Enlightening the World. The torch she holds in her right hand represents enlightenment, while the tablet in her left represents the law. As you step onto Liberty Island and approach the statue, you can't believe the size and scale. You can feel the energy and excitement of the other tourists around you, all sharing in this once-in-a-lifetime experience. As you climb the stairs to the top of the pedestal, you're rewarded with the breathtaking view before you. You take a moment to savor the experience and take it all in. Before you know it, you're back walking through the bustling streets of the financial district. Your eyes fall upon an emblem of resilience and might. The Charging Bull, an awe-inspiring bronze sculpture. As you take in the bull's muscular physique, imposing horns, and piercing gaze, you grasp the symbolic weight it carries. Despite the bustling crowds encircling it, the Charging Bull emanates an unwavering aura of confidence and strength, a representation of the indomitable spirit that fuels the world of finance. As you continue towards the Brooklyn Bridge, the towering steel cables and graceful arches come into view. The bridge spans across the East River, connecting Manhattan to Brooklyn, and it's a sight to behold. As you step onto the wooden planks of the pedestrian walkway, the rhythmic sound of your footsteps echoes through the air. The Brooklyn Bridge has been the backdrop for countless movies, TV shows, and photographs over the years, and it's easy to see why. The view from the bridge is breathtaking, with the city skyline stretching before you in all directions. The iconic skyscrapers of Manhattan stand tall and proud, while the river below sparkles in the sunlight. The wind whips through your hair as you take in the scene, and you feel truly alive. You make your way down from the Brooklyn Bridge and soon find yourself standing in front of a small, unassuming restaurant. A sign hanging above the door reads Grimaldi's Pizzeria, and you can smell the aroma of fresh, wood-fired pizza wafting out onto the street. You step inside and are immediately greeted by the warm, cozy atmosphere. The walls are adorned with photos of famous celebrities who have visited the restaurant over the years, and the sounds of laughter and chatter fill the air. You take a seat at a table and scan the menu, trying to decide which pizza to order. There are so many delicious options to choose from, each with its own unique combination of toppings. You finally settle on a classic margherita pizza, topped with fresh tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and fragrant basil leaves. As you take your first bite, you're transported to a world of pure pizza bliss. The crust is crispy and slightly charred from the wood-fired oven, while the sauce and cheese melt together in a heavenly harmony of flavor. You savor each bite, enjoying the perfect balance of tangy tomato sauce, gooey cheese, and fragrant herbs. Feeling full and satisfied, you head back over the Brooklyn Bridge towards Manhattan. As you approach the financial district, you notice that the atmosphere seems to have changed. The bustling energy has given way to a sense of solemnity. You realize that you're near the 9/11 Memorial, a place of remembrance for those who lost their lives in the tragic events of September 11th, 2001. As you walk through the memorial, you see the two large reflecting pools, each one occupying the footprint of one of the twin towers. The water cascades down the sides of the pools, creating a somber and peaceful atmosphere. You read the names of the victims inscribed along the edges, and you feel sadness and respect for the lives that were lost. You take a moment to reflect on the significance of this place and to pay your respects. As you walk through the memorial, you also notice the survivor tree. This tree is a Callery pear tree that was discovered in the rubble of the Twin Towers after the attacks. Despite being badly damaged, it was nursed back to health and now stands tall and proud in the memorial, a testament to the power of hope and renewal. You take a deep breath and continue on your journey. Leaving the 9/11 memorial, you descend underground to take the subway to Rockefeller Center. This is your first experience with the New York City subway system, and you find it both exciting and a little overwhelming. You navigate the labyrinthine corridors, following the signs to your train. As you board, you find yourself surrounded by a diverse mix of people. As the train starts moving, you hear a burst of music. You look over and see two men with guitars and microphones busking. They're playing a catchy tune, and their voices harmonize beautifully, instantly uplifting the atmosphere and filling your heart with an indescribable sense of joy. The other passengers also seem to enjoy the impromptu performance, some nodding their heads and tapping their feet to the beat. As the train rattles along the tracks, you watch the blur of the tunnels through the window, and you listen to the announcements for each stop. You hear your stop called and eagerly rise from your seat, ready to embark on the next thrilling chapter of your adventure. Emerging from the subway, you find yourself in the bustling heart of the Rockefeller Center. As you stroll through the iconic plaza, your eyes are drawn to the majestic sight of the towering Christmas tree. Its branches reach out like arms, embracing the spirit of the season. Nearby, the sound of blades slicing through the ice catches your attention, and you discover the lively ice rink at the base of the tree. The ice rink is a hive of activity, alive with laughter and the rhythmic gliding of skaters. The cold air is filled with the melodies of festive tunes, and the twinkling lights surrounding the rink create a magical ambience. You decide to take a leisurely stroll towards the steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. As you approach the entrance, you're amazed by the grandeur and beauty of the building's architecture. As you make your way through the galleries of the Met, you find yourself drawn to the section on ancient Egypt. The artifacts from this era are mesmerizing. One of the most impressive pieces is the Temple of Dender, a massive sandstone structure that was originally built in Egypt over 2,000 years ago. It was donated to the United States by the Egyptian government in 1965 and now stands as one of the Met's most popular attractions. As you walk through the halls of the European art section, you come across masterpieces from the early Renaissance to the modern era. One of the most impressive displays is the collection of Renaissance art, including works by Botticelli, Raphael, and Michelangelo. The intricate details of the paintings, the use of light and shadow, and the vivid colors transport you to a different era, where art was not only beautiful, but also deeply meaningful. You suddenly hear an announcement that the museum is about to close. You glance at your watch in disbelief, realizing how quickly time has flown by. You take one last look at the beautiful artwork and artifacts, feeling grateful for the experience. Eventually, you make your way back to your hotel, tired but content after a day filled with so much excitement. You settle into the plush bed and drift off into a deep slumber, dreaming of the adventures still to come. You wake up on your final morning in New York City, and a bittersweet mix of anticipation and nostalgia fills your heart. You quickly get ready and head out in search of breakfast. As you step into a quaint cafe, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee fills the air. Seated at a cozy table, your gaze falls upon the menu, and a newfound curiosity stirs within you. Today is the day you'll try waffles for the very first time. You place your order, and soon enough a plate arrives, adorned with golden brown waffles, glistening with a generous drizzle of syrup. Their perfectly crisp exterior gives way to a fluffy interior. You take your first bite, and a symphony of flavors unravels, a harmonious blend of warm, buttery richness with a subtle hint of sweetness. It's a revelation, a delightful surprise that leaves you yearning for more. Beside the plate, a glass of refreshing orange juice awaits, its vibrant hue a delightful counterpart to the golden waffles. After a delicious breakfast, you stroll through the lively New York City streets, heading to the famous Empire State Building. The morning sun paints the skyscrapers gold, and the city's pulse beats beneath your feet. Entering the lobby, the polished marble floors echo the footsteps of fellow adventurers, guiding you to the elevator that will take you to the heights. Swiftly ascending, you feel the city unfolding below. And as the doors open to the observation deck, a breathtaking panorama unfolds before you. From the top of this iconic structure, New York City becomes a sprawling kingdom of dreams, with skyscrapers piercing the sky and bridges connecting boroughs like veins, pulsing with life. As you begin your descent, each passing floor is a step away from the heights, but a step closer to the heartbeat of the city. The lobby welcomes you once again, and as you step onto the lively streets, the magic of the Empire State Building lingers within. You decide to spend your last few hours doing some shopping in the bustling streets of Soho. As you walk along the cobblestone streets, you notice a mix of high-end designer stores and trendy boutiques. The window displays are eye-catching, and you feel a thrill of excitement at the thought of discovering some unique finds. Your first stop is a chic boutique that houses a colourful array of handbags and jewellery. You browse through the racks of clothing, admiring the individual designs and good quality fabrics. You venture into a higher-end designer store where the latest collections are on display. The luxurious fabrics and impeccable tailoring of the garments seem to call your name, and you can't resist trying on a few pieces. The sales staff are attentive and helpful, offering suggestions and ensuring that you find the perfect fit. After several hours of shopping, you find yourself with a few new additions to your wardrobe, the perfect way to complete your trip. You head outside and flag down a yellow taxi that glides to a stop before you. The driver nods in acknowledgement as you give the name of your hotel, and soon you're immersed in the familiar orchestra of honking horns and sirens. The taxi pulls up in front of your hotel, and you pay the fare with a grateful smile before stepping out onto the energetic sidewalk. Entering the hotel lobby, you're greeted by the friendly concierge who swiftly assists you in carrying your bags. The ride up to your room is a quiet moment of reflection. You efficiently begin packing your belongings, folding clothes, and securing them in your suitcase, ensuring everything is organized and ready for the next chapter of your adventure. As you zip up your luggage, a mix of excitement and melancholy fills your heart. The memories of your time in the city are tucked away within your belongings, ready to be carried with you on your journey. With one last glance around the room, you gather your bags and make your way back down to the lobby, where a taxi is waiting to transport you to the airport. As the taxi pulls away from the hotel, you lean back in your seat, grateful for the unforgettable moments New York has bestowed upon you. It has taught you to fearlessly chase your dreams and embrace the unknown with open arms. With a newfound sense of purpose, you're ready to explore the vast and wonderful world that lies beyond.